Today I'll be interviewing a popular makeup artist based in Essex whose profile has grown vastly within the past year. The interview will also be featured in my magazine Beaut Rouge, as it's based around beauty and fashion, meaning it will fit in perfectly. I'll be interviewing Chloe Jackson and be asking her questions on her experience within the makeup community, the journey from her beginning, and also learning a few tips and tricks. Okay, so tell me a bit about yourself. What was you doing before you became a makeup artist?
So before I became a makeup artist, I was at school. So I was literally in full-time education. I went to sixth form as well. I did work at the weekends and stuff, mainly just doing restaurant work, stuff like that, just any kind of little job that I could get. And then I decided when I left school to go and do makeup full-time, really, yeah.
Was you thinking about a different career path when you was in school? If so, what was it?
I was really into media. I always thought that I had a knack for social media and stuff. So I really wanted to do trailer editing or video editing or something like that for a company. Potentially go and work up the city. I never really had any intention to go to uni.
Has everyone always supported your decisions, or has there been someone who's ever judged it?
Yeah, pretty much everybody's been supportive. It's a generational thing, I think. I think people in older generations don't tend to quite understand how working off social media like I do actually works. So people think that you need to go and hand out flyers and go and give out business cards, when in reality, you can just kind of work off social media and get all the work that you need. So there was some doubts from people in the older generation, parents and grandparents and that kind of stuff. But once they saw that I was working and that I was getting the clients, obviously they had no problem with it, yeah.
What do you love about makeup? Why do you love it?
I started doing makeup. It was more for the artsy side of stuff at first. I wanted to get into theatrical for a really long time, all the cuts and all the special effects kind of stuff. I really wanted to get into that at first. And then I just came across loads of makeup artists that just did the everyday kind of glam stuff, and I just thought it would be really fun to try. So every time I saw something new, I would go and try it, and I just realised that I had a knack for it, and it was kind of the only thing that I really thought that I was ever really good at. So I just literally pursued it ever since then. I just thought, if I'm good at it, might as well just make money off of it.
How long have you been a makeup artist, and what inspired you to be one?
I have been a makeup artist for 2 years, and what inspired me to be a makeup artist, obviously I'd seen people that had done it before, and I'd seen people that had obviously been really successful, people like Huda Beauty, like Jeffree Star. They're mainly YouTubers and stuff like that they'd really been successful at what they were doing. And I thought even people that work in the UK had been really successful. And I thought, well, it's obvious that people can't make money off doing something like this. And it wasn't just the money that motivated me, obviously. It was just the fact that I was doing a job that I really enjoyed, and I'd be making good money as well. So at least I knew that I'd always been doing something that I liked.
Didn't you travel to Manchester to do a makeup course?
I did, yeah. That was with a woman called P. Louise. She's been I think I've literally been in love with her since I was probably about 13. She has a makeup academy which she opened up when she was, I think, 22, so about 4, maybe 5 years ago. And she does exactly the same thing as me now, basically. So pretty much just opened up a place. She just taught on a one-to-one basis, and then her academy just grew and grew. And I went there for a day, just for technique training, just so I could kind of get the gist and see what it was like and all that kind of stuff, just for a bit of fun, really.
What was it like?
It was just nice to kind of be in a different environment. The way they do makeup up north, obviously Manchester, all that kind of stuff, Newcastle, it's just a bit different to how we do it here. So everything's usually quite natural, bridal over here. And then everything, when you go to Manchester, it's really crazy, colourful, different. It's kind of on the verge of drag, but it still looks really, really nice. So I've always been really interested in it, in the way that nobody else can really do makeup how they can.
Did you meet any people who had similar aspirations to you?
Yeah, I've seen a few people. Obviously, before I started, there was obviously makeup artists around. Obviously, as you know, there's always been makeup artists around the area that do the same thing as me. Obviously, there's makeup artists as well that now want to go off and do like tuition. They want to do the one-to-ones, all that kind of stuff. And at first I kind of thought, you know what, I don't actually think that being a makeup artist would be a good idea, just because there were like so many people that were trying to do, you know, the same thing. But obviously once you just get in there and start doing it, it gets so much easier. You start to almost like find your niche a little bit. And once you find your style, like then you should be okay. But obviously there's people that still want to do the same thing, but it's going to be like that with everything you go into, really.
Are you still running courses at the Essex Makeup Academy?
I'm not. No, I left there because it was just a little bit too disorganised for me. I like working for myself. I enjoy, you know, kind of like taking control over like my work, and I feel that I couldn't teach, you know, as well as I could at the academy, just because, you know, it's just really disorganised. And I didn't really feel like I was giving the students what they deserved as I was working there. So I thought that I'd just go off and do it, like try it myself. I'd always wanted to go and teach. I'd always wanted to have like the aspirations to kind of like open my own place. But the academy kind of gave me like the push that I needed to kind of, you know, set me on the right path, I guess. Yeah.
I've seen you now have got a beauty studio open in Writtle. Did you ever imagine this would happen from the beginning?
Oh God, no way. Literally, when I think about how this started, but I go back through my Instagram now, literally I think maybe a year ago, I was working in a salon in Brentwood. It was the first time I'd ever got like a salon-based job, and it's crazy how far I've come. Literally, so I've been in one salon, and then I went mobile, and then I worked in an academy, and then I went back to mobile, and then I'm working my own place. Like, it's almost like every time kind of like a step up. So it's good to see like your progress and stuff like that, but I never thought I'd get this far this quickly. Like, this usually takes people a lot longer, but I think I've just been really lucky. It just sounds like I've just been really, really lucky, yeah.
Tell me a bit more about your studio. Like, what are your aspirations with it?
To start with, it's just going to be me. So it will literally just be me in there all the time. And then it will pretty much go into, hopefully people will get in there for their courses. We do have courses booked in already for February and March, and hopefully the more that I advertise for that, the more people will come in and stuff like that. Obviously we still do appointments at the weekend, like on a Friday and Saturday. I don't work on Sundays, but the aspiration, I think, further down the line is to, you know, kind of have people in there that come and do their courses, and then, you know, when you see them really progress, like through the week, or maybe if they go off and then they start their own accounts, you can see their work really has, you know, progressed. Maybe get them back in and say, like, we want to offer you a job, and then like I can have more courses going on at the same time, and kind of like train them up to be kind of like at the same level as me, so that then they can teach and like teach other people. It's kind of like a cycle. So yeah, by the end of it, I hope you want to have like maybe 2 or 3 girls working in there with me, just kind of like helping me out, and then we can all just share the profits of just, you know, teaching people from all over the country, really, hopefully, yeah.
A lot of makeup lovers use dupes of expensive products. Do you have any particular ones that are your favourite?
Really tend to get cheaper eyeshadows. Anything eyeshadow based that I can get, I always try to get a bit cheaper. So the Revolution palettes I always get. The Soph palette's really good. It's just like loads of stuff from like Beauty Bay or wherever I can get it that's always just a little bit cheaper. But I usually tend to just stick to, you know, the normal eyeshadow and stuff like that that's going to be a bit cheaper.
Are there any products that you reckon which is like a must-have item in a makeup kit?
Every makeup artist has to have a ring light. Like it doesn't matter how much kit you have, how many eyeshadow palettes you have. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen a few makeup artists that only have like 2 or 3 palettes. Like, you don't need to have all the kit. I just think if you have your basics, then that's like a start. But I think having a ring light does like really help. I know it's not really part of the whole makeup process, but I think having a ring light does really help you, because, you know, you'll be able to see a lot better. Your pictures will come out amazing. So I think, and once you've bought it, they last ages.
When you go shopping for makeup, do you bulk buy?
Yeah, so stuff like brushes. Obviously for the studio, we did have to bulk buy just for all of our brushes for our courses and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes if it's more like little things, so I tend to try and buy like little pretty bits, obviously just to keep and to use like every so often. So anything maybe like eyeshadow pigments or like particular lip glosses or whatever that I want to kind of use for like a special occasion, then I'll buy just single. But yeah, you do have to buy some things in bulk. So it's just more like your sanitary stuff. So obviously your spoolies, makeup wipes, you literally have to keep buying, eyelashes, all that kind of stuff that you really do need to like keep up with.
Is there any like foundations you need to bulk buy or?
Yeah, foundations. I mean, to be honest with you, the way that I dealt with foundation when I started, what I did is I literally bought 5 shades. I think it was a L'Oreal True Match from Boots. This is the first time I ever was getting anything for my kit. I literally bought 5 shades. I bought every other shade, starting from, I think it was the third lightest in. So I bought like the middle 5 kind of shades. And yeah, it was good. Like they lasted me a really long time. They're really long lasting on the skin as well for most people. Obviously I've got different foundations that I use now, but at the start it was just L'Oreal. I tried to kind of buy 5 of them at a time and just built them up. And I think I have like 20 shades of Estee Lauder now. Not Estee Lauder, L'Oreal now. That I've literally bought so many over the years. But yeah, so if you start with just your 5, and then say for example you can't find a shade for something that you've got, you can always mix them together. That's always the way that I kind of tried to do it at the start. But yeah, try not to bulk buy anything like that too much, just because you never know how much or how little you're going to use of a product until you use it.
So what are your favourite makeup brands to buy?
So Peaches and Cream, they're like my favourite. They have good eyelashes, they're pigments. I never really buy eyeshadow pigments from anywhere else apart from them. Dull Beauty for highlighter. Highlighters are really important for me. Like they make everything just look so much, better. MAC is always just the go-to for like everything. Like you know that if you're going to go to MAC and get something, that you're going to get like a really good product, like no matter what it is. Lip liners I always get from MAC. Bit of a secret, like I never really tell people that I use this that much, but it's Barry M Superdrug Boots. Like it's a really, really good brand. Like you can get like chunky glitters for like festival makeup and all that kind of stuff. And they do like really good lip liners. They do concealer that I always use, and it's really cheap.
Is there anyone like you idolise in the makeup industry?
The P. Louise, definitely, because we're kind of on like the same wavelength. I kind of want to do the same things as her, and she's just been really successful at what she's done. And Mitchell, I think his name's on Instagram, like Mama Mitchell, and he's like absolutely incredible. Like I think he's 19 or 20, and like he travels the world. His looks are just like they're crazy. Like they're the kind of stuff that you would never even think of doing.
Could you give a few tips to people who might aspire to be a makeup artist one day?
Top 3 tips would definitely be, firstly, about foundations, what I said before, getting a few shades of foundation, and definitely, just working with what you've got. Don't ever try and think that you need to go and buy everything for your kit all in one go. People, when they start out as a makeup artist, you're not going to get that many clients. It doesn't matter how popular you are or how many followers you have. People don't trust new makeup artists. You have to build people's trust. So just buy as you need and just kind of save your money first. Secondly, always work for yourself. Literally do not work for anyone else. Like if you want to go and work in a salon, or you want to go and do maybe some part-time job at like a hairdresser or whatever, that's all cool. But I just think if you really want to get far, just always just work on yourself and your brand first before you try and like merge into anywhere else. I feel like that's the kind of mistake that I made, where I tried to work in all these different places, and I felt like I never really worked on myself as a brand and like as a person. Like I always kind of thought that I was just working for other people. The third one, just always try and be as clean and sanitary as possible as well. Like always just make sure that you've got everything that you need all the time, and just be nice to people.
Thank you for letting me call you and
oh, you're so welcome. Go and follow me. Go and have a follow. _makeup by Kylie J_. Don't ever work for anyone else but yourself. Just literally work on yourself before anything else.
Thank you.
I'll speak to you soon. Bye.